Whether you believe in the paranormal or not, Canada is said to be home to many alleged haunted places. So in this video we count down 5 mysterious and haunted places in Canada. While this lighthouse isn't exactly on the shore anymore, it hasn't moved since it was built. Thanks to the build-up of sand since its construction around 1808, it's now about 100 meters from the beach it watched over for 150 years. It's located on what is now Centre Island, the largest of the small group of islands that were part of the peninsula for most of the 19th century. The light helped guide ships, boats and rafts as they approached the city of York before it became Toronto. Construction started in 1803 and finished in 1807 or 1808 at 52 feet, and was taken a bit higher in 1832 to the top of 82 feet. While originally working off whale oil, it was switched to coal in 1863 and moved to electric in 1916. As with any building over a certain age in North America, there is rumour of a haunting at the lighthouse. The first keeper died under mysterious circumstances. J.P. Rademüller took care of the lighthouse until 1815, when on January the 2nd he passed away. Questions on how and why remain, though it suggested beer was involved. It's locked down now, but there are occasional events where it's open to the public. On misty evenings there have been reports of ghostly moaning, which serves to attract curious ghost hunters. It's currently one of the oldest landmarks in Toronto, one of the oldest buildings in Toronto and possibly the oldest lighthouse in the Great Lakes. The former lockup in Riverdale called Don Jail was the site of 34 hangings over its history, and housed prisoners for more than a century up until 2013. It's also been known as one of Toronto's most haunted places. In 2005, a guard was making his rounds through the day area of the jail. This area is where the inmates would be allowed to access during the day to get some exercise. It has 2 sets of gates surrounding it, and only one can be opened at a time, so that as a prisoner enters the day area the gate behind him must close before passing through the gate in front. Within the day area is a punching bag suspended by a chain. Even through the night the day area is lit somewhat so the guards can ensure no one's there who shouldn't be. At 2 AM on a November night, the guard was making his rounds when an inmate yelled that he'd been woken up by someone hitting the bag. When the bag is hit, the chain that suspends it rattles loudly, but the guard, when speaking to the inmate, had a clear view of the prisoner and the punching bag. There was no one in the day area. In order for someone to hit the bag, they would have to escape the locked cells. The guard did a count and no one was unaccounted for. Later that night, when another guard was on the rounds, 2 more inmates were woken up by the sounds of the punching bag. This guard counted the inmates who were all locked up, and could see that the punching bag was unattended and stationary. Then further into that night, as 2 officers were making rounds together, another inmate complained of being woken up by the punching bag. The guards looked out to the day area where the punching bag was clearly swinging from having been hit. The first old spaghetti factory restaurant opened at this location in Gastown in 1970. The restaurant is wonderfully decorated with antiques and artifacts. The old spaghetti factory has 4 ghosts in residence. The first and best known is the spirit of a tram conductor. He frequents the old trolley car that's parked inside the restaurant. The trolley number 53 was once part of the British Columbia Electric Railway Company's fleet of electric trams. Built in nearby Westminster in 1904, it served as a public transit trolley in and around Vancouver for many years. In 1957, it and dozens of other trolley cars were demolished in favour of the electric and diesel buses that are commonplace in the city today. The trolley car was installed in the building in 1969 during the setup of the restaurant. It's up for debate whether the conductor's ghost came with the trolley or not. Some say he died in a collision on an underground line below the restaurant, but this is unlikely because Vancouver's trolley cars all ran at street level. It's believed the ghost probably came with the tram car. Regardless of his origin, various staff members have seen the ghost of the conductor. He always appears seated at the same dining table inside the streetcar late at night, Also, place settings are moved by unseen hands, and inexplicable cold spots are experienced inside the car. The second ghost at the old spaghetti factory is a small, mischievous spirit with a rugged face and bright red hair. Simply known as the Little Red Man, he calls out to staff members by name and strolls through the kitchen. His favourite prank is to surprise female customers in the ladies' washroom. On one particular occasion, 2 ladies saw the dwarfish man leave one of the cubicles, dressed in a red shirt and red long johns. After looking at them and laughing mischievously, he left through the washroom door. To their surprise, no one else had seen the unmistakable man leave the washroom. It's said that one of the women took a picture of the ghost, but when the film was developed, he appeared as a blur. Nobody knows who the Little Red Man is or why he haunts the restaurant. The restaurant's third ghost is that of a young boy. In early 2012, this ghost gave a female server a terrible fright. She was in the back section of the restaurant helping to close up for the night. While she was busy resetting some tables, a boy ran past her towards the very back. With it being so late and no customers left in the restaurant, she thought it was strange that a boy was running around, so she followed him. The boy ran under a table alongside the back wall, and then turned around and looked at her. When she looked at his face, she saw his eye sockets were empty. Terrified, she ran to the front of the restaurant to tell the manager about what she'd seen. She told him that she couldn't work at the restaurant any longer, and resigned on the spot. The Blue Ghost Tunnel was only used for 39 years, 11 of which were full-time. Completed in 1876, the tunnel was converted to occasional use in 1887, and closed completely in 1915. Many have questioned how any location so lightly used can gain such a reputation over 100 years later. The Screamin Tunnel was the historic springboard for the Niagara region, a region known for its tunnels because of the trains and the Welland Canal. There's nothing scarier than peering into a dark stone tunnel at night. Combine this with the dark history of the Welland Canal, and you have a place that would be very hard to ignore. The Welland Canal is a river highway for boats travelling between Lake Erie and Lake Ontario. The canal was championed around 1824 by William Hamilton Merritt, former lord of the haunted Merritt House. Historic accidents and much foul play has given the canal a dark energy. All kinds of apparitions have been seen here, including shadow people. These dark figures are one of the most common ghosts to be seen. There are several hauntings associated with the Ottawa Jail Hostel located in the city of Ottawa, Canada. This particular structure was established in the 1860s. The opening of the jail marks the point in history in which the criminal justice system established the fact that reformation should be the main focus when it comes to prisoners that were held for various crimes. It was established that individuals who were isolated from society in order to serve time would have the right to safety, as well as tools and resources that could successfully reform them, so that they could be returned to society. What now serves as the Ottawa Jail Hostel once served as a reformation prison that was said to provide safe housekeeping to the criminals of the area. As nice as safe housing and the reformation of prisoners sounds, individuals that were sentenced to the Ottawa Jail in Canada discovered it was far from being considered luxurious. For the outsider, it was believed that the establishment was one that was dedicated to ensuring prisoners' safety, and devoted countless hours to reforming the criminals housed in it. But to the insider, it was an overcrowded and devastatingly frightful location. The actual cells in which the inmates were housed were extremely small. All too often they would sit in them day after day doing absolutely nothing to pass the time, and would suffer from the extreme weather conditions as there was no heating or air conditioning. As a matter of fact, there was no bathroom facilities in the cells either. While the prison closed its doors in the year of 1972, to date it's believed to be one of the most haunted structures in all of Canada. Many men and women and even children were punished in the prison while it served as a corrective establishment. The typical day did not include seeing the light of day, eating very much, or even the opportunity for a shower. Filth, darkness, starvation and sickness were a common occurrence. The energy that surrounded these devastating circumstances is said to be felt even today. If you are seeking haunted places to go, it's very likely that you will experience the devastation that was commonly felt among the prisoners many decades ago. So that was 5 haunted places in Canada. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to subscribe for more countdown videos.